I think that's really cool. Kaylee McGee-White joins me now. I don't want to be cynical, Kaylee, but is this a case of billionaires trying to get into Trump's good books?
Perhaps, but I also think it's a really great investment
Yes.
into America's future. I think that older Americans are finally starting to realize that they have to set up the younger generations for success because we're the ones who inherit this country and we're the ones who have to continue to make it prosperous and viable for our children and our grandchildren. And listen, as someone with a 4-month-old at home, I'm not too upset about the Trump accounts. I think it's an amazing way to make sure that the younger generations have a shot at a great financial future, especially when you consider that Gen Zers, my generation in particular, are very concerned about the financial outlook. 1 in 4 Gen Zers said that the financial stress of having children is actually a dissuading factor in whether they plan to have any kids at all. That's a huge problem, in my opinion. So the more that we can do to set up younger Americans for success and encourage them to have kids and to form families, the better.
What a shame we can't make it retroactive so you can get your 4-month-old into the program and get yourself $1,000, but there you go. This is kind of almost a nasty question, but $2,000 tariff dividend checks and now these new savings accounts for babies. There are some people who are going to say, look, this is just vote buying. What's your reaction to that?
I don't think it is. I think the Trump administration understands that the #1 concern at the top of every American's mind right now is affordability and the struggle to afford very basic goods. If we look at the trajectory over just the past few years alone, and this is in large part thanks to the Biden administration, the cost of very basic goods, including grocery, electricity, gas, is much higher than it was. This is a problem for Americans. They need relief. They want relief. And if the Trump administration is not able to help provide that, they are going to start looking for it elsewhere. We saw this in November's election results in New York City, for example. Americans need a solution, and the Trump administration's solutions are the right one. We saw this during his first term. He did provide affordability relief, but it might just take a little bit more time this time around.
Yeah, look, a new poll shows 49% of us feel that President Trump has done more to increase prices rather than lower them. That's not a good look for the president with less than a year to go to the midterms, is it?
It's not. And of course, that's not true. He has taken real tangible steps to lower the cost of goods. The problem for Republicans is that when they pursue policies, they do things the right way. And because they do things the right way, it takes a longer time to stick. Whereas Democrats come in with false, empty promises of quick fixes and Band-Aid solutions. And voters like to hear that. But unfortunately, those things do not pan out in the long run. We're going to see this in New York City with Zohran Mamdani, who's not going to be able to accomplish 90% of the things that he told voters that he would be able to do. But Donald Trump did it once before. He'll do it again. Voters just need to stick with him and give him a shot.
We shall see. Kelly McGee, thanks for joining us. We'll